Good evening, everyone out there. Saturday night, 10:30 p.m. Can we afford to eat out? Is eating out more luxury, particularly at a fast food? Fast food eating out is a luxury. It's always been a luxury. Whenever you eat beyond your home, whenever you have disposable money or some money saved up, you want to do something nice, you want to go out to eat. And many times it's a fast food place. I think that you still have to work in order to afford the luxury of fast food. Now, I have not eaten fast food as much as I have ate right now. No question about it. I have a part-time job. Well, it's actually full-time to help supplement my lifestyle. And because of it, I'm able to do my food programs and travel, which is basically what my site is about in the first place. Travel, eating at the same time. But when I'm not traveling, I'll do eating vlogs. I'll vlog while I'm eating. People who are being forced, and I'm talking about the ownerships that are being forced are suffering a double whammy. For the first time in most of our lives, I guess I'm going to have to bring it up again. The pandemic. Who shut down the markets? Who shut down all the fast food places? Who shut down the big restaurants? Even though these places, some of them were already going through economic problems anyway, because of the changing environment, the natural changing environment at a slower pace, inflation at a slower pace, cost of living even slower, but because of the pandemic shutdown, a lot of people are out of work. Businesses was forced, some of them, to do takeout. That in itself hurt a lot of businesses only doing takeout. Some of them couldn't afford to even pay some of their employees not to work. And some of them couldn't even afford to even pay them to work. Don't you think that because of the pandemic, that maybe that could be the problem of why it might be a small problem? I don't know. I don't keep statistics of why people are out of work today still. Or they're just now getting back to work, but they're not comfortable. They're not comfortable. 4 years ago. It was 4 years ago, the pandemic. And now businesses, the business owners, are being forced again to pay wages that should have been coming about at a much slower pace. Everything else is going up but wages. That has always been a problem. That's why we had unions. And it's not about me whether I like unions or not. I've been a part of a union. I still do believe in unions. There's no real power hungry thing around. When I said power hungry, power for the good. There are state laws that protect workers, but did they really protect workers during the pandemic? A little bit. A little bit can go a long way depending on your lifestyle. And now, because of these wages, even though some of it is AI generated as I'm reading, look like McDonald's is being the stool pigeon through it all. It's not whether I like McDonald's or not, but are they really going to leave California because of the wage? There's something to think about. All those millions, hey, let alone all the workers that would not be working in the state of California. There's a McDonald's almost on every block. It's not just McDonald's, it's all of them. All the small businesses, all the small coffee shops, all the big coffee shops, everything that's just starting. All the new restaurants that could be startups right now that won't be able to replace the big restaurants of the past. The ones that are having problems. Claim jumpers gone. Because of the changing climate. But the changing climate for claim jumpers has sped up the process. The pandemic spread the process. Even though a lot of these places were suffering minor problems, because of the changing climate, the pandemic has sped it up. And now, the ones that are existing are going to be hit with a double whammy again. They are being forced. They were forced to close. Now they are forced to raise wages. Now they are forced to want to go somewhere else. We know that they're businesses. We know that there are businesses who started back east or started here and they spread. It took them a lot of years. Some started in the 40s. They're still around. Some started in the 50s. Some started in the 60s. Some started in the 70s. Some started in the 80s. Some started in the 90s. Some started in the 2000s. And a lot of them are gone. Now, these are startups we're talking about. Or people who wanted to start business. People that I don't even know. Probably people I never even heard of. Because they've been blocked by the social situations that's going on. So the government shuts down one way, now they're shutting them down again. You know how much money it's going to cost for a business to go to another state? It's still going to cost a lot of money to shut down. What about the kids? What about the children? What about the Happy Meals? We're not just talking about McDonald's. We're talking about Burger King. We're talking about Jack in the Box. We're talking about Carl Jr. We're talking about Hardee's. We're talking about Winchell's. Yum Yum, the new donut places that are coming out. Who is creating joblessness? Who is creating it? Who created it? In the past 4 years, you know who's been creating all the shutdowns. That's why you got homeless. And that's why people are still stealing from somebody else who's making it. We're all going to have tech jobs now. We're all going to have very high IQs. We're all going to have to be good in math, statistics, something that I wasn't good at. Are they going to produce robots, automation, more AI stuff? You won't have the human touch anymore. You just won't have it anymore. What you see today probably won't be here tomorrow. And that's unfortunate. Because the ones that do survive, by the way of the dinosaur, it can be a new creature. It ain't going to survive either. If there's another Holocaust. I hate to say that. If there's another Holocaust the way we just had, we can't do that again. There should have been better ways of doing it then. Keeping everybody at home, can't drive any place. Well, what you think? If you're homeless, you ain't going to be able to drive anywhere because gas is already $6 a gallon practically. Ethanol is half their price. Diesel, back in the day, used to be cheaper than gas. Way cheap. I must have missed something somewhere because diesel now costs more than gas. And people still buying those vehicles. Like I said, even if we all were tech savvy, we will still have the same problem. We still don't know where to put the trash. We still don't know how to recycle. They took that away. I'm still looking at other countries with our trash and other countries' trash with their trash. And they're talking about pay raises here. There's plenty of work to be done. There shouldn't be any trash on the streets at all. We shouldn't be sending trash to other countries. Are they making money from the trash? Think about that. All that is from disposable income. Just like we are being disposed of in the same manner. This is Robin Deschamps. I'm sorry I had to talk like this, but look, it's all around us. You can see it. It's in your face. And yet we still walking around here acting stupid towards one another and not doing what you're supposed to be doing. We all should be, of course they changed the name, I heard. We all should be Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts. You should be able to walk down any street you want to without being hassled. This is Robin Deschamps. I just said that, didn't I? I'll see you in my next video. First thing in the morning. Let's see what I'm going to talk about next.